Hello and welcome to my craft room. My name is Michelle Wells. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Tasmania, Australia. Welcome to my Friday Fun Fold or Fun Fold Friday, whichever way you'd like to say it. I am featuring the triangle, the right triangle stamp set and the dies, and I'm going to use the Forever Fern stamp set as well as the Forever Greenery, I think it's Forever Greenery paper. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, Forever Greenery Designer Series paper, so I'm going to use that as well. And I'll pop these aside, and I'm using the circle layering dies as well, so I will pop those up there or down there. I've got everything I need for those, so I don't need them. So I'm going to make this little card today, and it's just a little envelope that it's got a cute fun fold, and inside it's just a little card that just says hello, and it's got a little stamped image on the inside. So yeah, so I thought, well, I'd make this little card with you, so we'll get started. So I've already pre-cut some of the pieces. I've cut the little triangles to go on the inside of the card. I've cut my little card, which is 3.5 by 3.5. Pop that over there. I've got my piece that's 4 by 12, and I've already cut a piece of the ornate ribbon. I've cut a little strip to go behind my sentiment. I've already cut one of the scallop circles and just the round circle from the layering circles dies. And I've done the scallop one in gold foil, and the other one's just whisper white. And I've got a few other little things that I'll show you as I go along. But what I thought I might do is I might get the stamping out of the way first. So I'll leave my scorer there. So I'm going to grab my blank piece of paper here because I don't want to ruin. So I'm just going to do my stamping. So I need that piece there. I need to stamp on the inside of that one. I need another piece to stamp my sentiment. I do have a piece over here. It's underneath all that. So I've got that piece as well. So what I might do is I'm going to do my sentiment to go on the inside of there first with Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm just doing the to a friend that makes me smile. So that's the sentiment that I'm going on the inside of my circle. So hopefully I get that straight. So, and it's okay. So it could have been a little bit, but it's okay. I'm happy with that. So I'll pop that aside. And I don't need the Tuxedo Memento Black anymore. So I'll pop that one up there. So I'm going to grab, I've got here somewhere underneath there, I've got terracotta tiles that I'm going to do the hello. And I'm going to do the flower on the inside. So I'm just going to stamp my hello there. It's upside down, but it's lucky that I haven't cut it yet. So I'll pop that there. And on the inside, I'm going to do my little, I'm just doing this little flower here. So, well, it's a little leaf. I just stamped off once, and I'm just going to stamp on. So that is my inside of my card. So I'll leave that one to dry. And I'll leave him to dry as well. So that's all the stamping that I needed to do there. So I'll pop him over there. I'm going to keep this piece here because I've got just a piece of Whisper White, and I've got my triangle, which is out of so I'm using this one here out of the right triangles stamp set. So, and I'm going to use Versamark. So I've got my Versamark, and I'm just going to ink that up. Hopefully I ink it all up. Oh, and just before I forgot, the before I forget. Right, that's that done. I'm just going to rub my my buddy all over that. So, and I'm just going to stamp that down onto there, and just make sure you've got it there. So I'll pop that over there. I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to grab my gold embossing powder, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit over, making sure that those areas are all covered, and just a little bit more there. And I'm not really over worried about it getting like on the outside too much, but that's quite alright because I can't find my brush, so I'm not really fussed about that. And once you know you've got it covered, I'm going to get rid of all this out of my way. So I'm going to pop him back into the jar, and hopefully I'll pop him over here out of the way and just get him there so I can get all of that, so I'm not wasting any. And I'll pop the lid back onto that, and I do have a little tiny bit there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So I'm going to bring that back in, and I've got my and sorry, this one's not a Stampin' Up one, it's one that I've had for years, so I can't seem to buy another one. So I'm just waiting for it to just warm up a little bit, and then you might notice, I'll wait and see, you just start to see it like changing. So, and I just quite like the bit of gold that this does, so that's why I thought I'd choose the gold and just put a little bit of colour. So, okay, I think that's all done. I'll turn that one off. I don't know if you could see the gold in there, but it's quite a nice bit of shimmer. So, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my let's put them down here on the floor. I'm just going to use these dies here, the triangle dies again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on top of there, and I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot, and I've got it right beside me, so I don't have to go anywhere with it. So I'll quickly cut that out, and I'll show you what I've done. So hopefully I've got him. Okay, quickly cut that out. I hope he's moved a little bit, but hopefully I haven't lost any of it. So, and I have just a tiny little bit, but that's not going to matter. I didn't, it sort of moved a little bit, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve there. But you probably won't see it anyway that much. You probably will. Okay. It's okay. I'll work with that one. So I'll pop them away. Pop them down there. So I've got that part done. And I've got that part done. And so I'll put all those pieces aside. I'll grab my my cutting tool here. Don't think I need that one. Oh yes, I do. So I'm going to grab my piece of paper, my designer series paper that I so like I said, this was 4 by 12, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to score that at 4 and at 8. And I don't need that one, but I will need this in again. So what I'm going to do is going to work out which way I like, which way I'm going to have it. And all I'm doing is just cutting the, so I'm going to work out whether I like it that way or whether so what I might do is I might cut the pieces first. So make sure you got your paper the right way around, so the leaves are going upways. So from the very top, that first score mark there, all we're going to do is we're going to pop this in, and we're going to go from the top score mark down to the corner of here. So hopefully you can see that. I'll move it over a little bit. So we're going to go from the start of the score mark there to the point of the card here. And once you've got where you want it, then we're just going to cut that piece off. Put that one aside because we'll need that one in a minute. And so the very top up here, again, the same as where we've done from here. We're going to go to the top of there, and then we're going to turn it. So from the point of that score line to the point of here. So I'll move him up a little bit. So making sure we've got the point of the score line there and to there. It makes it a bit hard when you've got a darker colour. And once you think you've got it to where you want it, pop it down and cut that piece off too. So we'll put them aside for a second because I'll need them in a minute. So now you should have, pop that over there. Okay. So now you should have this sort of ensemble. So I'm working out what I want to, I'll chuck the triangle down here. So I need this big triangle again. So, but I'm going to work out whether I like it that way or whether I want to have it that way. So, and I think I might have it, I don't know, I quite like it like that. I'll cut these two pieces here out first, and I only need one of those pieces, so I'll cut this one piece out and I'll work out which way I want to have this piece. So I'll have a quick look. So I'm just wondering whether I want to go that way, or I think I might go that way this time, and then I can have that piece sit there. Actually, so what's that other piece? Where did I put him? So I'm working out whether I've got him going the right way around, and I think he's been cut off upside down too. So okay, so I'm working out what I want to do, whether I want to go, yeah, see how I cut it off, that's gone upside down as well. So because I've cut that piece off there, right, I'm going to go back in that way, and then that piece will just have to sit like that. So okay, we're going to go that way because that other piece won't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this piece here. So I'm just going to run that through the Big Shot. So, and we're going to have a couple of different pieces anyway. So okay, everything seems to be moving today. Quickly run this piece through, and hopefully I haven't shaken the camera. This is my second attempt today of doing a video, so I'm just making sure I'm in view, so, and going the right way. Hopefully I'm going the right way. But so now we're ready to start assembling this card. So I think I quite like that way, so we're going to go that way. Actually, I might just quickly have a look the other way. No, I'll go the other way because I think it's just too much flowers that way. So we'll go that way, and I'm going to just pop him on there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is open up your card once you've worked out which way you want to have it. Grab your glue. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just along the bottom of that flap there. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut that one up and just run it down. So that glue is just sort of holding. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to run that bit of glue just down there. You don't need a lot. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit here because that flap, so that holds that flap down so it's not jumping up onto the other one. So, and then that's got your little card happening already. So once that's done, so now you're gonna get your gold piece. So I don't know whether to have my gold piece there and pop him under there. So have a look. So either go that way, or will I go that way down there and pop him? Okay. I think I quite like the gold coming that way. So I might pop the gold that way this time, and I'm going to pop him underneath. So alrighty, so I've worked it out. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on this piece here. And then I'm going to pop him onto the, so I'm sort of centering him onto there. So you're sort of giving it, he's got the same amount of border all the way around. And once you've got that down, then you grab your other piece and then you do the same thing with him and pop him. Oh, I've gone over there with that glue. Man, glue just doesn't work out sometimes. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line that piece up there on top of that piece there, and then I'm just going to hold him down. So, and that piece there isn't straight down, but that's okay, I can live with that. And just grab a wet one. Oh man, my sticky mitts. So it's been quite cool here today in Tassie. So I'm I can't wait for summer to come. And we've only just started winter, but I really can't wait till summer. So I'm just going to hold that down for a second because it seems to be lifting up there. Another way is to hold it down and you can give it a good push on the back side. So, and there you go, that's that part done. So while I'm going with the glue, I might just let that sit and dry. I might do my inside of my card, and I've already pre-cut these pieces here, and I'm just going to have the same little one today on each side. So I'm going to pop, actually I'm just thinking, do I want to have the same? No, I'm going to do the same. I'll just do these. So I have a few little bits and pieces that I'm trying to use up. So I thought, well, if I use them up, then it'll work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave a little border around this little card here. Make sure I've got it. Yep. Just going to leave a little border around that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I'm going to pop him up on the other side here, and hopefully get the same amount of border. And okay, and I do, and I'll just, while that one's grab my wet one again. I don't know if anybody else has the same problem as me. I seem to get glue somewhere. If it's not glue, it's ink. So I'm going to grab my Hello, and I'm going to use my my classic label punch, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that to where I want it in the center, and then I'm just going to pop that out, pop him over there. We don't need him anymore. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop him, so it's going to go just off center, off the bottom one. So what I'm going to do is pop a bit of glue on the top part here, because the rest of it will be hanging off. And then I'm just going to grab my other one. I seem to have some hair. Hang on. I've got that much on my fingers now. So, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that up there to where I want it. And I'm just going to take him. So I've just got enough of that bit there sticking through. And then I'll do the same thing with my other one. I will put a bit of glue, if I can ever get some. And then he'll just go on to the center of the gold foil one. So, and just hold him once you've got him. Don't push around too much, because it takes a little bit for the to stick to the foil, and you can still move it around if you don't quite get it. And there you go, I've done that piece there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab, I'll leave that one there, I'm going to grab some tear tape, and what I'm going to do is grab my scissors. I'm just going to snip a piece of that off, and whichever way that's going that way, I'm just going to run that down. We cut a little bit more. I'll just chuck my scissors somewhere. I'm going to pop that there, and then I'm going to take that tear tape off, and I'm going to grab my ribbon, put the lid on there before I make a mess with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my ribbon to how I want it to sit on the card, and once you get it to how you want it, then grab this piece here and then just stick it on. Oh, stick it on, she says. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take that up a little bit more, because I wanted that to go over. And this is all I've got of this, the Ornate Gardens ribbon. It seems to be my favourite of the colours. I've got heaps of the green left, but my I just seem to have this colour is, I've seemed to have used a lot of it, so must be a favourite. Anyway, I'm going to grab my glue dots. And just another little tip, grab a piece of tear tape and just snip a little piece off, and just pop that over top of there, but don't take the backing off, and that'll just keep that all in line, so you won't lose any of it. And And then I'm going to grab my my glue, I always say glue dots, my dimensionals, and I better work out which one's the bottom. So that's the bottom. We know that we're going to be safe there. And I'm going to pop one either side of there. And I'll probably pop one just up there a little bit. But we've got to make sure that when we pop it on, where we're going to have it, it's not going to stick through the opening, and it's not. So I'm going to push that down and take the backings off. And I had beautiful nails the other day, and then they've all I don't know what it is with me. They grow and they look nice, and then they irritate me, and then I've got to get rid of them. So it's a shame, because they were beautiful, growing just nicely. But so what I'm going to do now is, all I'm going to do is center that to where I think I want it, and then just make sure that it's not sticking, and it's not. So that's my outside of my card, and then the inside the card, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to pop some, where are they? The mini dimensionals. I'm just going to grab 3 of those. So I'm going to stick one there, one there, and one there, and then I'm just going to squish them. It's easier to lift up the or you can take your pick tool. I've never tried that, so I might have a go. Oh, and it works good. So take your pick tool works as well, but just be careful you don't. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to center that up. So I'm going to use my grid to eyeball it, to line it up to where I think will be straight. And I'll just see if that was straight. Probably just a little bit down. That's better. And to finish that, I'm going to punch out a couple of flowers using the small blooms punch. So I'm just going to punch out a couple of flowers. I don't know, I was going to do another one, but I can always so I'm going to punch out a couple of flowers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I've got 2 where are they? I'm going to get my ink, my terracotta tiles, and I'm just going to go around the outside with just a bit of that colour. And I don't think I need, because that's already got a little bit of that on there for some reason. So, but I'll check it out in a minute when or it might be just the way it's darkened. I think I've got a bit of early espresso on my my ink, so I probably don't need early espresso, but I'll have a go in a minute. So that was with terracotta tiles. So I'm going to grab my early espresso, and I'm just going to, just a little tiny bit, and I'm just going to dab just that to give that flower a little bit more like depth. So, and that's my 2 little flowers. So I'll pop that away. I was going to go the single flowers, but actually I might try the single flowers and just see how they go with a little rhinestone. So because on this one here I done the 2 little flowers together, but I think I quite like the two little flowers. So we're going to go the two little flowers together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a bit of glue onto the bottom of that one, and then I'm going to pop him off center him so he's sort of overlapping the other one. You can just bring him up a little bit if you want to. I like 3D looks on my cards. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the bottom of there, and then I'm just going to pop him down sort of onto the edge of that card there, so he's sort of going over the you could pop another one on if you want to. You could pop another one up here, but yeah, I just want to go just a simple. So then all I need now is one of the gilded gems, and I'll grab my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to grab one of the biggest ones, and I'm just going to pop him into the center, and that is my card complete. So I'll move everything out of the way so I can show you. So that's the one that I made today, and that's the one that I made the other day. So there you go. So two different ways. This one was just using the leftovers that I had from here, because I didn't really want to waste it, so I thought, well, I'll incorporate it into this one. So, but there you go, two little cute, I think they're cute little cards, and all you do is just slide that into there, push him down a little bit, and yeah, he goes into there as well. So I don't know why he's a little bit small. Oh, he's going down. He might be a little bit I might have cut him a little bit longer. No, he's the same size. Don't know. He's just finding it a little bit hard. I might have just glued him a bit more. So, but doesn't matter. It still goes down there just the same. So, but there you go. So that's my little fun fold card for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please give me the thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel so you can see future videos, because like I said, every Friday I'm doing a Fun Fold Friday, so, and I normally do lives, but I haven't been able to do a live because I've had my grandchildren every Friday. So, but as soon as like that's finished, I'll be going back to doing my lives on Friday, showing my fun folds. So, but anyway, thanks for joining me, and I hope this has inspired you to go and try this technique, and I will see you next Friday for another Fun Fold Friday. So, alrighty then. Thank you. Bye.